if you ain't talking money, then you ain't talking nothing. That's how I'm going to start out with this. That's why I'm so glad to have my sis with me, Shawna Young with Camelback Ventures. Welcome, welcome, welcome to AURN.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Ebony.
Man, when I knew you was the woman to talk about money and entrepreneurship and VC, that's a conversation that we must have in this time because black women in particular already weren't getting any money in this space. And right now there's been such a direct attack with black folk trying to get their bag. Talk about Camelback Ventures and the work that you do.
Thank you so much. Camelback Ventures, we give early capital to entrepreneurs who are traditionally underfunded, underinvested, black and brown and women. And we know that when we start our ventures in education, technology, or anything, we typically start them on $20,000 of credit card debt, while our counterparts may start with $100,000 to $250,000 in early capital, which we often call friends and family round. So first you start with not even less money, sometimes with debt money, and then as you're trying to build your business, you cannot get the follow-on funding you need to really thrive. So we are specifically addressing the issue of underfunding and early capital. So we give $40,000 through our fellowship accelerator for entrepreneurs innovating in education and in technology. You got stuck on that statistic.
You got stuck. And then the 250,000, and then how we get the bag and the debt from that, and it's heartbreaking.
Yes.
Right. Especially when you look at the amounts, for women in particular, how many businesses that we're leading and starting, right?
Yes.
And the accelerated amount. So, what is some advice that you would give to young entrepreneurs that's like bootstrapping, trying to figure it out, and they don't know what to do, how to start?
Yeah, a good question. And I'll start a little bit of history. Like my parents never got a loan, and they have a long-standing gymnastics business in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and they had to use credit cards to get started. For now, though, what I would say for entrepreneurs is, one, it costs less to start a business. With technology, with AI, with social media, you can have an idea, you can put it out there, you could test, and you might be able to start generating income. So we're seeing that it costs less. You have to have ideas and understanding of how to build, but you also have technology to help you with your business plan, help you think about where your beach is. Like, all those things are there. And what I would say is start smaller. If you want to start a restaurant, for instance, why not start with some pop-ups? Then you might go to a food truck. Then you might go to brick and mortar. We fund more education and education technology, but then what we can say is, again, how do you kind of test out a model and then go from there? What we don't want to have happen is that our entrepreneurs of color and women are using resources that they barely have to start their business, and it may or may not work.
How do you know when it ain't working? That's a hard. That's the question.
It's a good question. It's a good question. I mean, really, it's about customers. Who are your customers? Who are you serving? And who can you get that will really get you? You want to get like a minimum viable product, would say. So if that's a new program that you want to start, a community you want to build, who are your faithfuls that will come along with you for the ride and get you started to say, here's what I know I want to try, and have some data and some outcomes from that. Camelback Ventures, for instance, we started 10 years ago, and even before that, our first pilot were 3 entrepreneurs that got no money because we had no money. They did Zoom calls, and we were just testing out the model of what do you need to start your own business in education and in technology. Then eventually from that, we got our first tranche of dollars from foundations that were like, you've got something going right now.
Give me 2 things that people need to stop doing that you see over and over that our entrepreneurs are like, why do we keep doing that?
Yeah, I think, one, make yourself abreast of what technologies are available for you now so you can get your MVP, get your business plan. All that stuff is out there. Use AI, use technology to your benefit because it's happening in other communities.
Real time.
That's one thing I would say. So yes, it's important for you yourself to think, and don't come up, really do the market analysis. And I'm not even saying you have to pay for it, but often we think we've got these innovative ideas and they're already out there.
Oh my gosh.
They're already out there.
I have people like, oh my gosh, this ain't nobody doing it. I'm like, have you looked to see? Because I know I actually know some companies.
Have you looked at the internet lately?
Have you
Google? Google anything.
Please, I love that. Sorry, y'all. Okay. What's the second one, sis? It doesn't mean don't do it.
Yes.
But when you hopping out there and haven't done the research to see if there's someone else So maybe you can improve upon it, or
Yes.
even, like figure out some better ways to improve what you're doing. Okay.
Yes.
What's the second one?
Yes, and I would also say in this venture, especially for those starting nonprofits, it's very hard to start a nonprofit on all philanthropic dollars right now.
Woo!
So think about your business model. Think about your avenues for cash flow. Are you able to have fee for service? Are you able to look at different things beyond just like large philanthropy? And can you start to build individuals who will really buy into the work that you're doing? So multiple streams of income is the same thing for nonprofits as it would be for a business.
I love this. Shawna Young, man. Look, okay. 10 seconds. I just need you to know we're going to go off of the theme of the conference. Why are we made for this moment?
Oh, yes. I love this.
Come on.
I'm ready. I really believe that there's opportunity for innovation in disruption. And as much as we feel somewhat unnerved by these systems that were working the way they were designed to work, the way they were designed to work, inequitable, going away, they are going away. And this is an opportunity that our ancestors always knew would come, and we are ready. We are ready. So we have to lean in, and we have to innovate, and we have to invest more now. This is not a pullback moment for us. We have to go. So at Camelback, we are actually investing in more entrepreneurs of color and women, and anyone who has great ideas and serving their own community. We give capital to people who are innovating in their own community. That's our model. And so I think this is a time of now. We are ready, and we are going to make the vision that our ancestors had reality today.
What's your ask?
My ask is that you, one, make sure that you are leaning into innovators in your own community and your entrepreneurs. You look at what we're doing at Camelback, be part of our wave. We want mentors. We want folks to lean in and support our fellows. And also we have to think about, one, change the mindset. Change the mind. I wake up every day. I'm tired every day. But I often say my ancestors are not. My ancestors are not tired. They went through all the things for us to be here today.
Yeah.
And we are ready. So have a positive outlook. And one thing they can never take away from us is our joy.
Woo! I love it. That's the whole word. Where can people go to find out more information?
Yes,
Camelback Ventures, baby.
Please come through. CamelbackVentures.org. We are based out of New Orleans. Yes, indeed.
NOLA, baby.
And we invest across the country. We are really excited about the work we're doing. We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary, and our Guardian Summit, which you must come through for,
I'm
is
there.
in
Say less.
June 9th and 11th in New Orleans. We love to have everybody with us.
Woo! All right, we're going to be like live in New Orleans in June. I love it. Camelback Ventures. Shawna, thank you, sis. Thank you for the word.
Thank you for
Thank
what
you
do.
for your joy.
Yes, absolutely.